Hello and welcome. Welcome to my home and welcome to my sacred space that I prepared for us today. I'm Olivia and this is Tarot and Coffee with Olivia, here to do your daily tarot pick a card. I want you guys to know how much I appreciate each and every one of you. It means a lot to me that you're here. I love your likes. I love your dislikes. I love your comments. I do request that if you give me a dislike, you give me a comment. Well, actually... just whatever you want to do. This video is easy. It's very passive. All you have to do is pick your card, and you don't even have to do that. You can just leave this video on in the background if it helps you relax. I've been told that some people like to do that. You can also pick more than one card, and right now I am shuffling our card of the day. I'm going to go ahead and do a couple of hard shuffles on the table. I am using the Affirmation deck by Tarisha Clark, and it is a deck of 30 cards with positive affirmations. And if you don't know what a positive affirmation is, it is a mantra or a positive saying, and it doesn't have negatives. It's said in the present tense in order to help us reach our goal. So what is our goal today, or our mantra? I'm strong. I am strong. I'm stronger than I think I am. I reject victimhood. My strength is in knowing that all circumstances are temporary. I focus my attention on what's in front of me, and I naturally move forward into new phases of life. I am strong. I will tell you that I had two of my babies at home. I have one baby in the hospital. And I will say, to make it through the labor and the delivery of having babies with no anesthesia, one of the things I've told myself that really helped me a lot is I can do anything for one day. Now, sometimes labor and delivery might go on for longer than a day, but basically that's it. This is temporary. Whatever hardship we're going through, it is temporary, and that is one place that we may get our strength. Well, wow, how about that? Okay, let's go ahead, and I feel like I'm trying to rush this, and I don't mean to. Let me slow down and have a sip of coffee and a deep breath. I wish I could give each of you a nice cup of tea or a nice cup of coffee. I wish you were actually here in my living room. And wouldn't that be nice if we were doing this every day? If we could just transport and... Anyway, let's take a deep breath in through the nose. Okay, I feel much better now. Thank you. I do meditate and pray before I even lay out the cards for this, but I still sometimes, once we get started, need an extra breath to find my balance. So thank you for doing that with me. All right, so here are your cards. Our poor candle is having a little trouble today. We're not going to worry about that. We're just going to leave it be. Okay, let's look at the card toppers. That will help you pick your card. So this is Rose Selenite, a very intricate design. Okay, the next one is Amber. It's a beautiful amber dollop or drop. Is it focused? I don't think it is. I'm having a hard time actually seeing the screen because there's a glare from the window. Our next, we have an arrowhead. It's either made of obsidian or onyx. I'm not really sure. But last but not least, we have the magical Howlite of many faces, which I find to be extremely magical because of all the many, many faces that it has. There are sad faces and mad faces, happy faces and glad faces. All right, so you go ahead and take your time. In fact, if you need more time to make your selection, that's fine. You can go ahead and pause the video, and you can take all the time that you need. And for me, I'm going to have another sip of coffee, obviously. And then we're going to go ahead and move on. Let's go ahead and see what is under the rose selenite. If you chose the rose selenite, this is your card today. And we have the Page of Pentacles. So I'm trying to remember if we had this card fairly recently, and I do believe we did. And if you've had this card more than once in the past few days, one of the things you might want to consider is that you really need to see this again. There's a reason that you might see the same card over and over again, and that's because it is important for you. I think it's important for me as well. So the last time I saw this card, I talked about Matthew 5:15 through 16, which is a biblical reference about your talents. And I'm going to go ahead and paraphrase that scripture for you right now. And that is, don't hide your talents under a bush, but share it with your household. And as you use your talents, you show off God's work. And that is why you are not to hide them. Now, when I first started reading tarot cards, it was really, for me, it was just art. I was just drawing on a deck of playing cards. I didn't even know about tarot cards at the time. It took years for me to get to a place where I, in fact, just recently started feeling like that this was a talent that I could and should share. So that's my story about talents and not hiding them under a bushel. It took me years and years to get to a place where I felt like this was something good and something that I could share and something that others would find value in. And it's actually something that has kept me up and going during some very difficult times. And that is sharing with you. So thank you. I really appreciate your being here. I feel like that card is for me just as much as it's for anybody else. And when coupled with the I am strong affirmation, it really makes for a strong, I want to say, like, they bond together well, and it really can help lift you up. I promise. If you have something that you feel like you don't know how to share with the world, but you feel like it's a good thing, it's something that helps you, just share with your household. Just share with those around you to start with. Okay? All right, let's go ahead and, oh, that poor sad candle. You are strong. You are strong. We're going to tell it. I know I'm being silly. Let's see what we have under the amber. All right, let's see what your card is. Oh, this is something. This is the 8 of Rods. Now, I think of rods as wands. They're also called wands. They're particular energies, and hopefully you've read Harry Potter, because I'm going to talk about Harry Potter. Remember Ollivander's wand shop and how each and every wand has different energies. So it's as an individual as its user. It's multifarious energy fields. Just like interacting magnetic fields, the forces involved can amplify and even block one another or cancel each other out. And I know you know about Harry's wand and he who must not be named, his wand, have some very interesting energies with one another, right? I don't want to say too much because I don't want to be a spoiler for anyone, as I often am as a psychic. I get called out for that. So be aware. This is let's change the wands into motivations rather than magic wands. Let's see, they're individuals' motivations. If you're aware of your true motivation and you seek to understand others' real motivations, then you will find it possible to combine and utilize these energies with ease. So this particularly, to me, kind of speaks to working with other people, whether it be a family situation, whether it be a situation at work where you work with a lot of different people that have a lot of different motivations, what helps move them forward. This is kind of a card. If this is a card that you picked today, I feel like you are a leader of leaders, meaning that you lead the way for others. And an understanding with compassion, other people's energies and motivation, it can really help move everyone forward. And coupled with the I am strong, well, let's just read that again. I am stronger than I think. Make sure we're focused here. I'm stronger than I think. I reject victimhood. My strength is knowing that all circumstances are temporary. I focus my attention on what's in front of me, on all these energies. I naturally move forward into new phases of life. I am strong, and I am stronger when working with others. All right, let's see what's under this cool arrowhead here, which I have no idea where that came from. I probably found it somewhere. Who knows? Okay, so if you pick, this one, the Two of Swords. Wow, there really is kind of a lot going on here. I know it looks very simple, but in fact, this card sometimes confuses me a little bit. And it's kind of about, I often think it's about making decisions, but it's not really just about that. It's about, I'm going to look at my notes. It's about your perceptions and your abilities to see the other side and then some. So think of a goal or a decision you've been trying to make. Close your eyes and look beyond the obvious. Pray. Use your spiritual eyes. Go deep. Ask who, what, why, how. The answers are not always obvious. And when I say go beyond the obvious, I want you to notice that this person is blindfolded, so they're looking within. However, I want you to also see this light here. That's their third eye. They're using their spiritual eyes. There's a lot going on behind them. This behind has to do with emotion. It has to do with compassion. It has to do with feelings. The gray in the photograph has to do with wisdom and also knowing, knowledge. Use all resources that you have in order to really look over both sides, or I'd rather say all sides, of this goal or this problem or whatever it is that you're trying to make a decision about or follow through with. So it's particularly deep card, but the easiest way to move forward with this card, I would say, is to hit your knees. But if you're not someone who prays, then meditate. And if you're not someone who meditates, I just learned this from last night. I'm taking a master class in divination and tarot. So the word I'm looking for is daydream, fantasize. You know? In my master class, I learned last night that the beginning of meditation is daydreaming. That is a really great way to solve problems. It truly is. I got in trouble for it so much growing up in my classrooms. Always. Let's see what's under the Howlite. Let's look at this guy. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Another complex talent card. The Four of Pentacles. Find and grasp your own talents. Set yourself apart from the world and enter into service. Again, I had no idea that when I was little and I was first started playing cards as if they were something other than playing cards, was when I was just coloring and drawing and adding detail to a deck of regular playing cards. I was a kid. I was probably somewhere between 9 and 12, something like that, years old. And I never had any idea this would be something that I could actually give. And I will tell you that I have always known that I have always had service jobs, from selling shoes to customer service to being a direct entry midwife to volunteering with La Leche League to all the things, a bookseller, all the things that I've done in my life. The most important part of my job was service. And you know why? Because in serving, we receive. In serving, we become stronger. In serving, we can see what other people are going through. And then when we have to go through something difficult, we know we can make it because we've seen others make it before us. So this card seriously is asking you to think about what it is that you can give to the world, or give to your family, or give to your significant other in service. And remember that you are strong. And that we can all do and work through something knowing that we will make it through to the other side. It does lend us strength that way. So here we are. I hope you liked this video. If you did like it, hit the thumbs up. If you didn't like it, if you didn't like your card, hit the thumbs down. If you didn't like it, tell me what you didn't like about it. I'm really interested. And I do like constructive criticism. Now, what I do take down are nasty comments. Constructive criticism is, of course, cool. I also take down ads, especially if they're ads to pornographic sites. So anyway, I hope you found this was just what you needed. Do take what resonates with you and leave the rest. Don't make life-altering decisions or changes based on this or any other pick a card, video pick a card. But do connect with me on my social medias linked below and book with me on my websites. And I do lots of different kinds of readings. So, yeah, contact me and subscribe. Thank you for being here. Love you guys. See you next time.